on June the 18th, we've got Saturn conjunct Bitcoin's natal Uranus. So I'll just go over this one like really quickly.
Yeah.
It represents like a kind of a time for balancing that innovation with structure and stability. So we need to kind of like be aware of that. And like I'm always talking about like healthy market structure. And so we want to make sure that's what we're seeing. And so this could be this aspect can bring like maybe increased regulation and sort of potential market volatility, but also opportunities for significant technological advancements. So it's a conjunction is a powerful aspect where two planets are in close proximity, blending their energies, and it can amplify both the positive and the challenging traits of the planets involved. So yeah, I think that this is like, despite the potential challenges of this aspect, it also can bring significant technological advancements and improvements. So again, all eyes on sort of the projects that are, in crypto that are building infrastructure. Andrew talks a lot about this, a lot at those, and also the Bitcoin infrastructure. So the infrastructure of Bitcoin, what's being built on top of Bitcoin, where is Bitcoin being accepted? Is that growing as well? So there is a lot of opportunity for advancements and improvements in that order. And so Bitcoin could see upgrades and innovations that enhance security, scalability, and usability during this transit.
Yeah. The following days after that, and as we approach that full moon in Capricorn, I see a lot of challenges. I don't see super harmonious transits. In particular, I have Neptune square the sun, and that's on a macro level. So there we are again with Neptune and the sun. So where is our attention during this time? But on the positive side, it is like very visionary. It's again long term. Be creative. Get into that fun, like manifesting. What do I visualization of the future? But when we come to looking at like trading, investing, I think it can even be like a little like burst of some bubbles during this time. I think that's really important to just be realistic. And don't get caught up. In particular for Bitcoin, the sun's opposition the natal Pluto. So once again, there we are with Pluto. It's that transformation, maybe sudden market corrections, revelations, hidden issues that come to light, that may create what seems like a significant shift, but a short-term shift, which could just move price in maybe not as desirable directions during this time. It doesn't look super, super positive, but that's all on the short term, because once again, when we zoom out and we look at those external outer planets, everything looks like it's aligning perfectly for crypto. It's just, and sometimes we sound like a broken record, but we're going from a new moon to a full moon. We're probably going down. Like just
Exactly.
moon phases.
Yeah, the most basic aspects of financial astrology. I'm seeing that as well. And I look also, it's not bad. Like it's not bad. I think one of the things is the theme of this episode is really like dream big, but like let's bring some reality to the scene as well. So like on the 19th, we've got Jupiter quincunx Bitcoin's natal Mars as well. And so this is like where adjustments and balance is a key to navigating the financial markets effectively. So I can see this as being a like rebalancing time. This is being a time, again, we're clearing out the greed in the market, where we need to do this to grow. Like we need to prune to grow. And this is sort of like the theme that I'm feeling through this period towards the end of the month, and or towards coming into the full moon. So this aspect suggests to align to aggressive trading um, drives the like expansive opportunities created by Jupiter, but like managing the risk of over expansion. So it's like you've got this expansion coming from
Yeah.
Jupiter, got Mars going, hang on a second, we need to like rebalance it. And it's just like the way that the markets go as well, because it's like they're always we expand a bit and then we have a bit of a retracement, then we expand some more, have a bit of a retracement. It's not ever up only, and we wouldn't want it to be either. So a quincunx also
Yeah.
indicates the need to reconcile conflicting energies, make us necessary adjustments to achieve balance. So that's really what it is. It's like a rebalancing energy. That's what I think. So balancing aggression with optimism. So there may be some tension between the aggressive trading, like the aggressiveness of Mars, and this, optimistic, expansive opportunities of Jupiter. So finding a balance between a cautious action plan that's planning for the future, and the optimistic growth, like, is really crucial for this period. So despite the
Yeah.
tension, aspect can bring significant opportunities for growth, if the adjustments are made wisely. And that's what I sort of want to say, is that, like, even when we say, oh, well, we could be seeing a down period, we don't see this as a negative thing. We see this as an opportunity to prepare for the future, to plant seeds, prepare for the future, and maybe take some buying opportunities that are there. So it's never negative. We're
Oh yeah.
long-term bullish for Bitcoin and crypto. And we just really think that we're in this like process of, like, we have seen some amazing expansion. Since we started this podcast, we've seen Bitcoin go from 15K to 70K to over 70K. So I don't know any other market that you're seeing this kind of expansion. Good luck to you. But maybe Nvidia, that's it. So
Yeah.
it's not that we haven't seen expansion this year. It's just that we're actually growing, I think, in a really, really healthy way. And it's, giving us plenty of opportunities. We need to take those opportunities because they don't last forever. So yeah, so we see this as positive, even though it sounds a little bit like
It
boo.
is. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it's always the coming back to, let's make sure that we're not associating our emotions, our decisions based on current price. Um, that's
Yeah.
why I do love the macro. I love the zooming out. I love looking at the astrology. I love looking at the outer planets, because they just paint this clearer picture over the long term. Now, as we always say on here, we do not use astrology to predict the future, but it does create a blueprint. And that blueprint, I don't see, kind of like Doctor Strange, like I don't see an outcome where crypto doesn't fit the narrative. Like it doesn't fit the timeline. Like one of those, all the timelines, all the possibilities have crypto in there. It's just in the short term, we have those ups and downs. So, and
Yeah. I mean,
that's a beautiful duality as well. That's represented by Gemini in Gemini season. The two sides of it.
always the two things can be true at once energy. Um,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
it is important also to look how far we've come. And I'm not talking just in terms of price. I mean, if you thought 4 years ago that you'd have Donald Trump standing on stage saying, I'm going to protect your right to hold Bitcoin, I mean, this just
Wild.
exist. So the fact that the way that Bitcoin and crypto is spoken about in the collective consciousness compared to just a couple of years ago, I mean, it's really crazy. The moves, the gains that have been made, even just in perception and acceptance and adoption in such a short period of time. What usually would take decades is only taking years. And so it's so exciting to see. And I think it's really important to keep that in mind, because we kind of take for granted, and we're like looking at the negative, the next hurdle, the next hurdle, the next hurdle, and we fail to look back and go, hang on a second, 4 years ago I would have thought you were crazy to say that that would be a reality.